foreplay is done. We're chilling. We're chilling.
Dude, that's what they started. I do a yap session at the start of my streams, and some people have been like, all right, dude, I usually skip this part. I'm like, what the?
Oh, that's
Hold on.
SkybFly notification goes live, wait 30 minutes, then join in, be like, okay, now he's actually playing.
Some people have like called it foreplay. That's what I skip this part usually. Like, oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, dear.
Pretty funny.
Well, that's
man.
all right. All right, here we go, bro. SkybFly.
Yes, sir.
For those who don't know, this is a personal friend of mine from college who we met because he told me I was jacked and I was
literally,
set.
literally, dude. We were in the gym. You were on the.
Dude, the pec fly. You remember the pec fly?
Yeah, on that machine. I'm like, dude, you're jacked. Can I work in? It's packed here.
That's how it went. It went like that, and then you casually mentioned. Well, actually, you asked for my Snapchat, and then I saw a week later that you had posted a story that you were streaming games, and that is like
brother.
That to me, that was the origin. Now, I think you had been doing it before then, right?
No,
but
you just unlocked something in my brain, dude. I was actually talking. We had another buddy of ours. His name's Luke.
Yeah,
dude. I kid you not. You and Luke were the first two people to ever tune into my stream. Literally ever. I want to say you or him were one of the first people to ever sub too, bro. So thank you.
I remember
very,
very specifically that I think it was the first stream I tuned. I mean, there was the Apex for a little while that you were doing, but I also think I remember when you were playing Hogwarts Legacy. Yep. I also don't think you ever finished that game.
No, I did not. So. I did not finish it ever. I just kind of loved the what was the teacher that was like the gardening teacher? She rocked.
Oh, dude! I mean, Professor Sprout was in like the main one, but I don't remember her name. But I know she was the redhead. It was one of the Weasleys. It was one of the Weasleys.
Yeah, I think she was related to a Weasley, man. Yeah, this shit is great, man. Usually, I don't like gingers either. They suck.
Dude, that's what we got to shout out to here in the accolades. Like SkybFly is a ginger who already hit YouTube partner. What does YouTube partner mean exactly? I don't even know.
So YouTube partner is essentially it's like the equivalent of getting Twitch partner almost. Like it's like pretty much you get like a 70-30 pay cut on all your videos. Everything gets monetized, ads, everything gets pushed. So essentially, you have to have 4,000 watch hours. It's 4,000 watch hours within a month period, and then you have to have like a minimum of like 500 subscribers, which I had more than 500 when I hit it. But yeah, I just started for the longest time. I didn't post my VODs from streaming anywhere, and I was like, I'm shooting myself in the foot. And then I started doing it, and then boom, they did well, and.
I would like to point out to everyone that I told him to do that from the get-go.
Yeah, true, bro. I was just thinking to myself like, who's gonna watch this? But I started posting the God of War VODs, and that helped me a lot, dude. God, it helped me a lot.
The Elden Ring, I remember, was like kind of the original pop-off, and then God of War also seemed like it went crazy. That's when I really noticed a lot of the Twitch following increase personally.
Man, there's definitely on my. So the real answer for like whenever I first started streaming, it was like 3 years ago. But I first started trying, I'd say May of last year. That's when I started posting 2 to 3 times a day, every single day, without missing it. Doesn't matter if it was a birthday, special event, Christmas, Happy New Year. It did not matter. I was getting videos out, and I made sure I did. And so, anywho, when I was streaming before, I definitely had like little spurts that helped me. Elden Ring was the first one where I really realized, like, oh my god, people might like tuning in. That rocked. And then after that, the next big spurt was probably Detroit Become Human. But then as I was figuring out what people liked, I learned pivoting and strategically choosing the right kind of games to play was a huge thing. And so when I got to God of War, and I guess I started that September or October of 2025 last year now. I've been pivoting to the best of my ability from what I've learned from when I failed, and yeah, the pivot, all of that stuff has been helping and doing really well. So yeah.
Dude. And what's crazy now? Let's tout on your name just a little bit more here, okay? So we went from just me and Luke watching, Hogwarts Legacy, Apex Legends, all these things. Maybe getting 4 viewers in a stream or whatever.
4 was awesome.
Currently, we are now watching SkybFly, who is a top 0.4% of streamers in the world.
Yeah.
World. And on top of all that, what you were saying, you had the least number of followers of those like top upper echelons. However, you had the highest, or at least better than most, viewer retention.
Crazy ratio, dude. An insane ratio. I have TikTok's my biggest following, but Twitch, it's hard to convert people from TikTok over to Twitch, but the ones that have, man, my community fucking rocks, dude. Oh my god, I love them to death. I try to make sure I talk to everybody in the Discord all the time. But yeah, dude, on Twitch Tracker, it said that I'm not sure if I hope the statistic is, if it still is that, I'm not too sure. But yeah, dude, for at my level, I have like the least amount of followers in the upper echelon that I'm like in, right, to a certain degree, quote unquote. You know what I mean? It's wild. It's so wild, and it's kind of like a testament to like the people that have found the stream really enjoy it, and God, do I love them for it. It's so fun. So yeah.
Now, this is an observation that I'm kind of diving into, if you will, here from this. Mm-hmm. So, smaller audience, more loyal audience. Typically, when you see stuff like that means you're a good leader. Growing up, were you kind of the take charge, lead the group kind of guy? Or were you the friend that just kind of sat in the back, went with everybody else? Based on your personality, I feel like you had to be the loud guy that was like, let's all go do this thing.
Man.
But, I don't know. I'm curious.
I want to say growing up, I always, leader is definitely how I prefer to be, or try to be in a good way, like aspire to inspire kind of way. But I want to say growing up, I definitely lacked doing that. Like when you're young, you're discovering like your kind of person that you are. I definitely went a very long time not really, I guess, being me, because I was a little ashamed of it. Growing up, I was actually ashamed that I loved playing video games. I was so like, I can't let the girls know. I want to get no, I want to get nobody. You know what I mean? But eventually, I broke free of that, and because I'm like a hardcore, like I love them to death, and I'm like I really pour into. It's so funny, man. I really pour into like any type of game and or movie, TV show, anything that I like watch or play. I like hardcore, like feel like I'm like in the world. And so yeah, I didn't really do that growing up. Like I guess really exemplify my nerdiness. But now I've like made it, I guess, my thing. I exude nerdy.
I'm gonna
stuff,
say,
man.
If anybody ever watched any of these streams, dude, I mean, I've seen maid costumes.
Well, okay, whoa, hold on.
Doxing, or we're not supposed to be telling people. My bad. Hold on. Yeah. Never mind. Those don't exist. That never happened. Never mind. That didn't happen.
Yeah. No, dude. No. I wore a maid costume. I dressed in Viking armor. What else have I done? I dressed as the wolf from Wolf Among Us. No hair.
I did not know about the wolf one.
It was just a button up. I just wore the button up because the Wolf Among Us is like a fairy telltale game. It's pretty cool. But I wore like the white button up with a black tie. That's really it. And then I dressed as Robert Robertson from Dispatch. Who else did I dress as? I've done a few things. The maid costume, that's on the internet forever.
Yeah, that's what is it? Oh, dude, permanent. I don't even remember what it's called now.
Digital footprint.
Digital footprint. That's the one. That is a digital footprint. Good luck trying to get a day job ever again. That's okay.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
But no, dude. Speaking of that one though, it's like streaming. Obviously, very different career path. I think now it's a little bit more normalized, right? Than when we were kids. At the same time, like you talked about being kind of ashamed of wanting to play the video games, all this stuff.
Dude, yeah.
Even in the early days of the stream, I could kind of tell maybe there's some nerves about like the confidence that it takes to post what you were doing on social media. I admired that. So like the early streams, throwing that on,
Snap story,
man. Crazy. But like, how did you get to the point where you're like actually confident enough to do that? One, how'd you get out of the funk of oh no, I don't want people to know I play video games. But then two, how are you like cool with streaming it and telling people you're doing it?
Man, right, dude. So there's this mantra that I say at the end of every single stream. I wonder, I think you've probably heard me say it before, but whether it be mentality, physicality, or spirituality, see it, speak it, believe it, achieve it. I live and die by that. I got it from my dad, and he rocks. But anywho, dude, after graduating college, I got a degree, and I was like, it's a coding degree, and I applied for 430 jobs. Nothing. Nothing. And I was like, well, shit, I guess I'll just really dive into something that I've always loved doing. And I guess getting over the hump of people, like, how they view you, man, it's so funny. I feel like I don't know what the switch was, man, but I love that eventually one day I was like, fuck what everybody thinks. But I really did get to a fuck what everybody thinks kind of point where I stopped hanging out with people that didn't support the vision, because your environment is a very, very big dictator of who you are. And so I got around. I pretty much removed myself from anything that made me feel embarrassed for doing it, and I only stayed around things that made me feel cherished for doing it instead. Instead of, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because, like, dude, you put a grasshopper in a glass container with the lid, it can't jump that high. But when you take the lid off, then it launches. So, like, it was one of those things where, like, I changed my environment and it changed me, and I was able to, like, really be me.
Dude, that's like that's the lesson I'm trying to teach myself right now. Like you said, like, one, I'm realizing now that there are more people I think that want to support you. Mm-hmm. You're in your head half the time anyway. But then two, as you identify people that aren't, one, hate always comes from beneath, right? It never comes from above. I'm sure, because I remember you told me there were some bigger streamers that noticed you when you were, like, starting to kind of hit. Yeah. And did you get any sort of hate from any of those that were doing better than you?
Never. No, dude. No hate from people that are bigger. But it's so funny. I had bigger streamers that, like, really kind of liked what I was doing. But like, they never egoed me. But then I had people that were around my level and or smaller, and they would ego me. So funny, man. It is very funny. The way you put it, it always comes from below, never above.
And there's probably some little man syndrome in there too, right?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Gotta prove, I gotta know.
Everybody's trying to figure it out. It's all kosher. It's all love to me. It's just human nature is to not trust something innately. So trying to get people to trust you is a very it's a big thing. Like, because social media is all about that, dude. Like, I don't know, Kai Cenat. Yeah, when he was posting stuff, people didn't like it at first, and then, you know, people are like, "Oh, who's this guy posting these ding dong ditch pranks?" I'm not going to watch this. But yeah, after you eventually start getting people to love and trust you and building that rapport, it just kind of snowballs over time, in my opinion. It's pretty cool.
And I would go as far to say is I think you've always been pretty genuine.
Thank you, brother. Seriously.
And it always works better when you're genuine, right? Like, I don't know. You don't give off a fake energy, really.
Thank you. Dude, I really do appreciate that, man. I definitely, when I was younger, tried to be like a chameleon to a certain degree. Like, when I wasn't being my full self, I was just trying to fit into whatever felt right. Or not felt right, but I tried to force myself into situations. But yeah, and I don't do that anymore. And dude, it feels great. It like, genuinely, it's like it's such a great thing to feel great in your own skin. Holy shit, man. I probably didn't get this feeling until like my junior year of college, I think.
Dang. So, I mean, put that junior year of college, what, you're 21, 20, turning 21 around there. So, yeah, you go 2 decades in essence.
Well, that's also when we met. Right. My junior year of college is like I said, I was more comfortable with my skin. It's so funny too. When you know yourself and you know what you're about, it feels like you can almost gravitate towards people that you know that are about similar things. You know what I mean?
Oh, million percent.
Energy day, man. Like, you really can feel it. I don't know how else to explain it besides that. So
we've talked about this before, and, you know, I know a little bit about your dad. You know a little bit about my mom.
Fuck yeah, dude! Hell yeah.
I said the whole energy thing has kind of been ingrained in us, which, shout out Robbie. Robbie always wanted to be a rock star. He plays for the band Lone Star. Look at the guy go, right?
Yeah,
instilling all this in his kids, too. Actually, I guess that is a good question, though.
My dad
your
rocks.
Dad growing up, right? Like, your dad rocks. He's awesome. Your dad was commenting and, like, replying to some of my social media stuff.
Dude, he loves it, man. All the gym content and motivational stuff, he's all about it, man. He's all hardcore all about that. Yeah.
Now, would you say that you got a lot of your, I would even go like passion for life? Like, your dad seems very passionate about life. Would you say that you got that from him?
Man, definitely, dude. I'm blessed. Both of my parents rock, but, you know, what he did and getting to where he is, it's inspirational. It's also it's amazing to have somebody like in your corner, no matter what you're doing, And yeah, pursuing the impossible, he made it possible. So I believe pursuing the impossible was possible. You see what I'm saying? And, no, having him was amazing, man. Like that see it, speak it, believe it, achieve it thing. That's something that he told me and my sister when we were kids. And yeah, just kind of stuck. And I'm trying to, yeah, I live by it every day, man. He rocks.
Now, when you told your parents that you want to make streaming a career, how did that go?
I was playing college football at the time.
Okay.
And even though I started and when I played college football, dude, when I did not love it. Dude, I didn't love it. And I realized that I didn't love it. And I thought to myself, man, what do I like really want to do? And growing up, I thought back to, this is a great question, dude. Think back to like little you. What is something that like young you always wanted to do? For me, he will always wanted to be a YouTuber and or make gaming of any kind his life, which could be either competing as on a pro team, YouTuber, and then streaming had blown up like in the past years when I first started. So I was like, you know what, I'll give streaming a shot. And yeah, that's when I started. And so when I told them that, they were both very supportive. Realistic still. Like they're like, well, you know, this is a hard thing to go after, so if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it. You can't just say it, you actually have to do it. Like apply action to your words. And I did. But yeah, they're pretty supportive, but also like grounded. Like at least my mom especially, because she was like very like realistic. She was like, all right, well, if you're gonna do this, be sure you work a day job so you can like make ends meet and keep pursuing this. Like you can't just like live in la la land and pursue these things willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of, they were supportive, but that was like the grounded in reality thing that they said. I hope that wasn't too yappy. I can yap.
No, dude. Nah, dude. I mean, if anything, that's kind of what I expect based on what I know about your parents. Mm-hmm. Do you think, now this is where we're just going to get like deep, right? Mm-hmm. You have parents that are supportive, encourage you to do it, think it, see it, believe it. Mm-hmm. Other people may not, okay? Do you think that the reason maybe you even felt confident enough to go chase this stuff is because you were raised that way? Because I'm trying to think about like, what if you're in a household where maybe that's not told you? You don't learn that. Like, does that change? Does that change the path? I mean,
man, I was so fortunate to have an environment that was like, you know, that was encouraging. I think that but you hear so many stories of people that do make it that it was just all them, you know. And having somebody in your corner rooting you on is amazing, but it all does come back to you yourself doing the work to make it work. So yeah, hard to say, man. I feel like all the people out there, if you want to go after something, like I said, see it, speak it, believe it, achieve it. And the one thing that makes all that happen, like when you see it in your head, you speak about it, because the power of your tongue is immense, in my opinion. What I'm trying to say is, if you get your mind, body, and your spirit all aligned, doesn't matter if you're religious or not. It's more about like getting everything aligned, all three of those. I think anybody could go after anything. I really do believe that.
Oh yeah, it's in us all, and it's just a matter of learning, like you said. Now, learning that information, what led up to what we're going to call the great lock-in, because I remember specifically when you're like, okay, we're going to get on TikTok every single day, and then it became, we're going to get on TikTok twice a day. Are you still on the twice a day, or have you upped that now more too?
Oh fuck, man, it's up right now. The output that I'm doing is crazy. Like right now, before we sparked this up, the podcast, I got 5 videos out on TikTok today, but then I have another 6 that I'm going to be posting afterwards. Or I got ready. I got them like, it's like meal prepping, but I call it like, it's like edit prepping. So I got 6 more that I'm ready to go and edit to get posts. So yeah, dude, I'm doing like between 5 to 12 videos a day right now. It's just so I can catch up with all my streams, dude. Because like I have like a lot of clips, which is a great issue to have.
Oh yeah.
So I forgot what the question was.
No, I mean the question really was like, how did you, like, what led to the great lock-in? Like, did you finally just be like, all right, like this is the strat? Did you have a strategy? Did you just kind of just like, I'm gonna do one and stream this? Like, because I remember the big shift from random streams as I'm allowed to by my school schedule, occasionally throw up some clips or whatever, and then like almost overnight it was, okay, this is my stream schedule, this is my upload schedule. Like, how did you go about coming up with that? Where did it come from? How's it changed? All that good stuff.
I definitely had a canon event. And I'm not gonna speak. You know what? Dude. The second that I was like, all right, watch this. I had a girlfriend through college, and this is no diss on her. We're all good. Everything's good. But we had broken up, and then after we had broken up, I thought to myself, like, I was like, dude, I want to make myself like the most high value version of myself that I can, and do what I love. And so it was kind of like I guess that was the canon event, dude. Honestly, it was you know what, F it, podcast episode, this is the truth, and this is the truth. I had gotten cheated on, and after that, dude, I was like, all right, then, you know what, it kind of like rewired my brain. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna half-ass this anymore. I'm going to go hardcore at this, and I have been since. And that was the canon event. Seriously, like when nobody's recording anything and somebody's asked me that is like always the answer. Like, all right, dude, I realize time for me to like watch this. You know what I mean?
So there's an interesting study that's out there, and anybody can go look this up. But like, putting wires in the brain, I forget which lab did this, but it was neurologists overseeing it. Put wires in the brain, allowing people to choose which feelings, so they could essentially just put a little electrical current, light up different parts of the brain, feel different emotions. Okay, you could be happy, you could be sad, you could be mad, you could whatever. Almost across the board, like it was some outrageous number, like 80% of people chose slightly irritated, which I like to call the lock-in emotion.
That
because
was the lock-in, dude.
Yeah, it's like, think about when you're like just a little bit spiteful. When you have something to prove, all of a sudden, boom, like things start happening. And
yeah, dude.
Like you said, leading up to it, the canon events that cause that, that sucks. Yeah. But honestly, it happens for a reason. The great lock-in, and now here we are. We are what, 50,000, 60,000 followers up since then. We're subs, and not to give too much away, I guess, to everybody too, but you mentioned to me that you're at a point where this is almost full-time living, supporting.
It is almost full-time because of how this has been going, and I still have a day job at the moment, but I was able to get my own apartment and all these other things, dude, and sponsorships now too, bro. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy where it's been, and I thank God for that, like, canon event. You know what, dude? I'm gonna give you the details. Give me a second. I'm gonna get this sticky note. Get ready for this.
Dude, we're getting the details. Okay, we're getting the inside scoop.
This is like super personal, everything.
This is what we're here for.
You ready, man?
We all want to learn. Yeah, we all want to learn. This is what we're here for. This is what we want to know.
Okay, so what was that? I have my headphones out.
I was just saying, like, this is what we want to know. This is getting real. Like, anybody else that wants to pursue this, or at least pursue their dreams, this is your methodology for it, your pathway.
So I'm Christian, so I felt like this was a sign from God after it happened. But after my last relationship ended, so to preface this, when I first started streaming, because in my head I knew this was what I wanted to do, I had wrote a sticky note to myself, and it says, I will make it as a streamer / content creator, be creative, passionate, and bring joy to those that join me on the journey. Notice how I did not look at it either. I said that, I know it's hard to see, but I said it word for word. Anywho, I read that to myself every single day until I actually got into that relationship, and I kind of lost my path. After we broke up, I kid you not, the next morning I accidentally spilled coffee on this sticky note, and it went into my nightstand drawer, and then I picked this out, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot about this. I forgot about the message that I gave myself. And it's still coffee stained right now, but I'm not throwing this away ever. This is staying with me, and I read it every single day still. I will make it as a streamer and content creator, be creative, passionate, and bring joy to those that join me on this journey. So canon event, I believe that was a nudge from God, being like, dude, do this. Do it, but like really do it, So yeah, that was pretty personal, but I've talked about it on stream before too. So yeah. Sticky note, man. Pretty cool.
I've been looking for my push, and I think I finally found mine, and mine is literally just how unsatisfying a day job is. And I picked one that I thought I would like.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And now here we are.
Yeah, and man, you crave a higher purpose. And here's the thing too, you can like crave a higher purpose, but when people like want to get like this higher purpose, on quote unquote, it's another thing that's like really awesome about it is like the impact that you can have on other people once you like can do it. It's so cool. Oh, my face just froze. No, it's so cool, man. And on, yeah, dude, I know you're really big into manifestation and filling your mind with all the right things. Yeah, after that canned event, not a day has gone by that I do not fill my mind with positivity.
Yeah. So, any final advice to anybody? Typically, who I think I appeal to, and maybe even yourself, young men who are either lost or maybe they think they have an idea, they don't know where to start. Like, what is your advice to? How do you grab life by the balls and just get what you want out of it and enjoy what you're doing? You know.
You know what? For so long, I wanted to prove myself to others, and I felt stuck because of that. But once I started making myself the best version of myself that I could, that's when life started snowballing into great things, man. So here is the advice, and I think this could stick too. Instead of trying to prove yourself, just focus on improving yourself, and it's all going to follow right after. Don't prove, improve. Honestly, seriously.
Oh, don't prove, improve, dude. Yeah. Oh my gosh, mic drop.
Holy shit, dude! I don't know. That just like came across my brain. I actually like, dude, my fucking hair stood up. I was like, damn, that's pretty good, dude.
That is clipped now. That's going everywhere.
Yeah, dude. Man, no, yeah, that really is the main thing, though, dude. Because when you're trying to prove yourself, you feel stuck and uneasy and not in the right area. But if you improve yourself, everything you want will come.
Boom. SkybFly, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Boom, there it is.
Thank you, brother.